Oh, shit. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the record button. Yo. What the fuck did I just do? Yeah, I pressed the record button like I was pressing this. So the shit stopped and started and stopped again. What is wrong with me? All right.
I believe it is. It's fine.
Yes.
I'll take.
Hot take. You ready?
Yep.
Are we live, Silent Assassin? Are we live? We are live-ish. Welcome to the All Even Podcast. My name is Barry Grant Jr. You can catch the show on Instagram. You can catch me on Instagram and X. You can catch me on TikTok at All Even Media. You can listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I'm all over the place. Go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Tell a friend because the page is growing. There's no claw. But I am Mr. 11K, and I am continuing to grow. And Jimmy, the super intern, is back in the building. How you doing, sir?
Very good, very good. Had some good PTO.
Yes.
Not bad.
But well invested, too, because you made money. I always like to hear the stories of you coming back as a conqueror. I like that. You know what I mean? You go there with like $6 and you leave with $4,000. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Always better than the losses.
Yeah. And then you try to
Better.
put the one thing I appreciate though, that you try to like dumb down you being in a poker tournament. Oh, there's like 300 people here. I finished in the top 10. Nothing crazy. Light work. What do you mean? That's impressive.
Thank
It
you.
is.
Thank you.
Doesn't matter if you were going against drunks and people that were losing their homes and betting their mortgages and their liens. It's fine. But it was good that you came out on top, pause, and made a lot of money. Silent Assassin is here.
Yep.
What's up?
Nothing much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be in a good mood. This is what you called, what do they call it? Small talk, right? When you want to talk to people and you want to get to like the main point of things, but you got to small talk them first. I am upset inside. I'm really mad. But I'm trying to lead with smiles and kindness before I go crazy. So, I'd like to ask you, please, how was your week? Just take my mind off of the pain that I have.
Pretty decent, usual. A lot of cleaning today, so a little rough coming in here.
Yeah.
But overall, the usual. Editing.
I got some Bengay
Yeah.
for you if you
Thank
want to
you.
use that,
Thank you, I'm like hunching over a lot.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're getting old.
hurts.
Yeah, that's happens when you're getting old.
Yep.
I know it all too well. Look, went to SummerSlam last Sunday, right? Or Sunday just passed. And I'm telling you, love the fact that my nephew had a great time. Love your kid. But man, when I got home and I woke up the next morning, I felt like somebody beat me up. That's how I felt. Like, normally you feel like that after you play sports, you know what I'm saying? Like you work out or whatever. I did nothing of the sort. None of that stuff. I didn't lift any weights. I didn't work that day. I did nothing but sit in a chair for hours at a time and have this event. And the rest, SummerSlam was exciting, but I was in pain. What is happening? Is this what 40 is? I didn't have these issues like 6 months ago. I didn't.
What do you think about it? You have to drive there. It's not that... You're going to have to, like an hour away?
I didn't drive.
Oh, okay.
I sat in the passenger side and played music. I was the DJ. So you can
Just
X
did
that off the
nothing.
list, right?
Stand in line.
No. I stayed in no lines.
Okay.
I'm very bougie. I let Claude do it, right? Claude's like, hey, let's go get... No, you go to the line. I'm sitting in my seat.
You bring it to me.
Yes, I'm on the floor. We had good floor seats. I don't want to get up and go mingle with the crowd. For what? No, there's a reason why we bought those floor seats. so I don't have to be with the dregs of society that are up there in the 400s. I don't want to be up there with them.
Yeah.
You know?
People.
How dare and I have to now go to the concession stand where you have to go rub shoulders with these people? No. I prefer to have my own little, where's the section for the people that are on the floor that pay good money for their seats, right? I'm an elitist, right? That's the way I think of things. Like, this is why I'm not rich yet, because I know exactly what's going to happen when it does happen. I'm like, you want to go? Yes, let's go to Vegas. Yeah, I already have the tickets to first class. I'm not flying coach anymore. Not doing this. So the next time I go to an event, whether it be a Met game, I gotta sit close. If it's wrestling, gotta sit close. I gotta be ringside. Okay, so we did the floor thing, great. But ringside is next. But yeah, just I don't know, out of shape, whatever it is. I just feel like I'm beat up. I don't get it. I want to change. I want to do something. I need to get into some workout program and get my energy back. I don't like this 40 stuff. I don't like it. There's a lot of more gray hairs that I have, a lot more pain, aches and pains. Like, I'm not old, but I feel old,
You don't look old, so that's good.
That's the only thing, right? I'm ugly, but I'm not old. Yeah, I'm just trying to be nice. I'm trying to be happy. We have a lot to discuss. Today. We have Luka, him being in shape. Is he rubbing it in regards to sticking it, pause, to the Dallas Mavericks? Austin Reaves, there's rumored about what his next contract is going to look like. Rick Carlisle said some stuff about the NBA build right now. Micah Parsons is a big thing. Micah Parsons versus Jerry Jones. I love that, right? Jamar Chase says some wild stuff. Wild. I don't know if he's going to have to walk it back, but I'm going to kick his back in today. Shedeur Sanders is going to get a big opportunity, and there's a lot of shade being thrown his way. And ESPN goes ahead and they just jump out the window and just start buying stuff that they shouldn't be buying. I don't like it because I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to talk about baseball. There's, the first lady, I want to be respectful. First female referee or umpire. She's going to go ahead and debut for regular season games. Good. There's a big extension in Boston. Right? We don't know why they did it, but kind of makes sense for the player. But we're going to go ahead and talk about the other side as well. There's a team that I am not mentioning because I don't want to talk about them right now. I will, but I won't right now. Irrelevant news of the week. And then the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Let's play my song first, because I need to feel happy. I do.
They call LA the city of angels. What that make NY? The city of demon shits. Fucked up. Love it, but it's type demonic. I'm a decent man from the city of demons. Niggas be scheming. Niggas be shooting. Senseless violence. Really so many reasons. Mental health reasons. Financial reasons. To be real, shouldn't love this city.
Hey!
Love this city.
Whoa!
To be real,
it's my man right there. I'm trying to get happy, but I can't. I can't. So, all right, let's just unpack it. I'm done. I'm done trying to sugarcoat this shit. I've had it. It's been a year, right? I need to know the date. You might not be able to find it now, but we'll find it later. Last season, I went on a rant. When the Mets were 11 games under 500, I lost it. Because I said, how dare this team go ahead and spend all this money in the offseason and go think and go try to sell to us that they're a playoff team, and look at this garbage that they have on the field. Well, they went ahead and was the best team in baseball from that point on. Well, here's what I'm trying to say now. We have the reverse. They are 11 games over 500 right now, but they've lost 8 of 9. And as a Met fan, I am over it. I'm over it. For multiple reasons. Let's go ahead and discuss it. They just got swept by the Guardians. Guardians not a good team. They're not a good team. We almost got no hit if it wasn't for Dan Juan Soto's home run in the 9th inning. Right? At home. Were we home? Mm-hmm. Yeah, at home. You lost 8 of 9 games. It's only by the grace of the baseball gods that you're still in the race for the playoffs. So look at how the tables have turned, right? You have one season where you're 11 games under 500 and you stink. And then you have this season now where you're 11 games over 500 and you stink. So let's go ahead and unpack to see why they're so bad, right? Lindor, he's forgotten how to hit. Pete's hitting a little bit. The bottom of the lineup can't hit for shit. I already told you, McNeil, pack your bags. So, what's his name? Vientos, pack your bags. Beatty, play good defense, but you can play it in China. I'm done with it. And what's that dude? What's his name? Cedric Mullins? Send his ass back to Baltimore. He's got, what, 1 hit since he's been a Met? What are we doing? Tyler Rogers in the bullpen. The first appearance he had, he gives up a run. We lose the game. Hell's Bells he's been great, right? But then we had Diaz ball game the other day. What's going on with this vaunted bullpen that we're supposed to have? You made me miss Jose Buto. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing at this point? You don't get a starting pitcher, right? We have no starting pitching. So you get all this we got the bullpen, right? It's supposed to be the best bullpen in baseball. So why are we still trekking out Frankie Montas to pitch? Oh, and here's another thing too. Sean Manaea want my money back. We should get the money back for him too. Is there a refund deal? Is there a refund clause on a contract? The man fleeced us. He fleeced us. He had 1 good season, right? Want to go ahead and show emotion, go cry, I love me in the Mets, I want to step back, yeah. He just fleeced us. He's horrible. Man can't get through 3 innings. We got 1 pitcher on the whole staff that can go 6. 1. David Peterson is the only pitcher in the last 50 starts to average 6 innings every out. You know what the rest of the rotation is averaging? 4.2 innings a start. You had Mendoza come out the other day and said, "Oh yeah, I think we're gonna put some bullpen guys before Montas before." Then why is he there? I've never heard of a starting pitcher have to have chasers. Have to have chasers before they actually play the damn game. The fuck are we doing? And don't even get me started with hitting, right? I've talked about it a little bit, but why is Jeremy Barnes and Eric Chavez still here? That's what I want to know. What pictures does he have on Cohen? What does he have? How is he still here? I remember Chili Davis got fired mid-season. Players didn't even know it. They showed up to the ballpark. Hey, where's Chili? Oh, he's gone. How is this guy still here? You've had the worst stretch of runners in scoring position scoring for the last 2.5 years. And yet he's still the hitting coach. People get fired for less. There's sometimes you see pitchers, they go through a rut, right? Where the whole pitching staff sucks. And guess what? News comes down, pitching coach has been demoted. Been fired, relieved of their duties. He's still here. And it's not even one of them. There's two of them. They both suck. Let me tell you something. I've always thought of a hitting coach as a guy that was a great hitter. That could be able to pass on the information to somebody else to be able to tell them stuff. Hey, if Keith Hernandez can be able to come down and consult, great. I'd love to hear from Keith. If David Wright wants to give the young guy some information about how to approach the plate, great. If Mike Piazza wants to come down and go give some instruction, great. Fucking Eric Chavez, what did he do in his career to be here? Man was mid at best. You know why I knew that the fix was in? That this whole hitting staff is stupid? It's the fact that when poor Alvarez broke the bone in his hand, lost his confidence, couldn't do nothing, got sent down to AAA and said, yo, just go get right. Go get right. Go figure it out. He's down there with a new hitting instructor, and what does he do? 9 home runs in 10 games. Oh! Shock. That he goes down there to somebody who actually knows how to hit and told him, just go back to your old swing, bro. Don't worry about this short, compact garbage that they were teaching you up there. He comes back up to the minors now, and to the majors now, and he acts like he can't speak English. Anytime Chavez comes to him, you gotta speak to my interpreter. I can't talk to you. I want no part of you. So why is he still there? Soto looks lost at the plate. You know why? You had Mendoza say it yesterday. He said, our approach is shot. Well, you know who teaches approach? Your hitting coach. And it's amazing how you have 2 of them, and they're both idiots. Then why are they still here? Even if it doesn't make a difference for the rest of the season, fire them anyway. Send a message. He's no Jeremy Hefner. I've seen Jeremy Hefner take garbage off the street and turn them into good pitchers. Name me one player in the 3 years that Eric Chavez has been a hitting coach. I will wait. Anybody can answer this question. Whoever listens to this, give me one player that has thrived under Eric Chavez. One. Anyone?
No, can't think of.
Not one.
No.
But yet we have him as a hitting coach.
For what was supposed to be an offensive powerhouse.
Right. Offensive powerhouse team is supposed to be murder's row. Can't score. Everything's a 6-4-3 double play. Everything. So as a Met fan, how am I supposed to feel? How am I supposed to be? I'm supposed to still be confident? Oh, calm down. We have people like Sal Licata. Calm down, Mets fans. I will not. I will not. Because the thing is, the part that should have been fixed wasn't fixed. We can't pitch. The bullpen wasn't really the problem. It was the starting pitcher. We can't get to the damn bullpen. The bullpen was taxed because they had to come in 3-4 innings. You need a pitcher that can be able to go at least 6. Can't even have that. Senga looks garbage. He looks like he's washed. The injuries are starting to pile up on him. Send him back. I'm all right with that. Get your money back, send him back. Minaya, tell him, send his ass back and send the refund. Send it back. It's just like Amazon. When you open the package, right? You go ahead and say, I don't want this no more. You take it right back to the Amazon store. You don't even have to box up the thing that you just give it to them. You need this in a box, sir? No, just give it to me. It's fine. And they throw it in a big ass dumpster. They don't care about that stuff. That's how we need to do with the pitches. Just send back the money. You go wherever you gotta go. This is ridiculous. 11 games over 500 and I feel like this. And who do you have coming into town? Huh? Who do we have to play? The team that got the best record in all of baseball. The Brewers are coming to town. Or we're going there, wherever the hell they at. And you know what's going to happen? I don't even expect them to win a game. I don't. Because you got the same garbage in that's going there. It's the same garbage. There's no change. You still got that dumbass hitting coach that's going to go on that plane and sit there like everything is fine. How can any Met fan be okay right now? There's no cohesion to the lineup. We don't have a leadoff hitter. We don't have any type of cohesion at the bottom of the lineup. There's no wheel happening. So that means that guys at the top of the lineup can't get runners in because there's no runners on base. Anytime Soto hits a home run, it's a solo shot. You ever realize that? Oh, Viento's starting to hit a little bit. I don't care. I don't care. Send him wherever you got to send him. I hope this offseason, this is a lesson to David Stearns. Stop shopping in the bargain bazaar aisle. I've had enough of it. You've had ample amount of time. You see what's going on with the Toronto Blue Jays right now? They look pretty good. You know why? Because you got guys like Santander that they went ahead and paid. Go get him. Why couldn't you get him? He was there. There's a whole bunch of players that were there to the taking. I want people to start operating like the San Diego Padres. That GM is the smartest GM in baseball. People want to count him and say, why would you give up the number 3 prospect in all of baseball? Why not? I don't care about prospects. I care about people who actually have a baseball card and I can be able to see what the hell they've done on their baseball card in their life. That's what I care about. Oh, this guy is a perennial 30 home run hitter? Yeah, go give me him. Rather than me have to say, well, I hope that this kid can be able to be good. He has great launch angle and exit velo. Who cares? I don't care about none of that. You should have went to go get me some damn pitchers that you know can be able to go 6 and 7. If you had to trade trade them all. I don't care who it is. Get people in here that can be able to play. Because if you're just hoarding prospects, what are you hoarding them for? You see what's going on in San Diego? The reason why he can be able to trade off the number 3 in baseball prospect to go get Mason Miller, you know why he can do that? Because they recruit well. They have a great scouting department. So they don't give a shit about giving up their draft picks. They'll go find somebody else. Whether it be internationally or in the States. They're good. That's what prospects are there for. Oh, it's great. Oh, man, this kid's so good. Oh, man, he's had 40 home runs out here. Oh, great. Ship him to wherever you gotta ship him to and get you what you need. That's what you need him for. That's what prospects are. Some don't work out. You think about what happened when we had Edwin Diaz. We traded Edwin Diaz. We got Robinson Cano in that deal, and we trade off Jared Kelenic. Where's he now? Huh? Who won that trade? Jared Kelenic is no longer with the Mariners. You know where he is? I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you because it doesn't matter. Well, we have the best closer in baseball. You know what I'm saying? Go get you sure talent that you know are going to be good because they have a history and a track record of that. Instead of you we're going to shore up the bullpen. How can you get to the bullpen if you got starters that are giving up 6 runs in 2 innings? So by the time the game starts, the game's over. You ever hear that phrase, grand opening, grand closing? That's exactly what's been going on. I didn't even watch the last game. It was on my phone. I was checking. Let me see the score. What's going on here? Right? 3rd inning. They're already down 3-0. I'm like, what's happening? And you would think that a team that has Juan Soto, Frankie Lindor, Pete Alonso, all of these good bats. You would think that 3 runs, we'll get it back. 3 runs is a death sentence for the Mets. 1 run is a death sentence. They can't even get a hit. And yet Eric Chavez and Jeremy Boss, they're just sitting there. What? I wouldn't even sit next to him in that damn dugout. If I'm there taking BP before a game and he comes over there, you already know how the hitting instructors come. They like to stand over your shoulder and hey, how you doing? You ain't got nothing else to do, man. Go talk to somebody else. I'm good over here. Thank you. He should have no influence on this lineup right now. He's been here too long. No results. I don't even know how that team got to the NLCS last year. But guess what happened when we got there? When runners in scoring position needed to be scored, nothing happened. Because he got nothing for him. Hey, Eric, what's the game plan today? I don't know. Swing. Don't strike out. Thanks, Eric. Great advice. This is why we stink. This is why Mark Vientos looks lost. Why Brett Beatty looks lost. McNeil always looks lost. But he really looks lost now. And now poor Cedric Mullins is coming here like, hey, let me go ahead and try to see if I can help this team. And now you got Eric Chavez ruin him too. Just got here. I never thought that anybody can ruin Juan Soto. He's ruined. Fire him. Listen, I am not somebody who's an advocate to be able to just fire people. I get it. These are human beings. They have livelihoods, they have children. I get it. Oh, great. But you can't be here no more. Because you're costing this team a season. If the Mets don't make the playoffs, heads will roll. Many. I can see Senga being moved. I can see Sean Manaea being moved. I can see Clay Holmes. They're not going to answer the phone for him. The hell's wrong with him? Can't find the strike zone and can't go 4 innings. What the hell are we paying for? Well, because David Stearns thinks he's the genius, I'm going to go ahead and go pay Clay Holmes $12 million a season to be a pseudo starter. You get what you pay for. You get exactly what you paid for. You could have went to go get some other pitchers out there that were pretty good. You went to go get him because you want cheap talent that you can be able to reclamate. This ain't no damn reclamation project, the Mets. This ain't the Brewers. And newsflash, the Brewers been doing pretty good without your ass. Not that hard over there. They're doing pretty fine. Having their prospects come up and pitch. And that's what we're getting to right now. If you want pitching, how about you go into your farm system and you go take the 3 best pitchers that we have down there and call them up? Because guess what? September is coming, right? September call-ups are a month away. Just do it now. Nolan McLean, you have Brandon Sproat, and Jonah Tong. Call them all 3 up. All of them. You put Clay Holmes in the damn bench. You send Frankie Montas to space. And you say, Senga, we don't need you right now. Let those 3 kids pitch. Whatever happens, whatever. I would rather risk my season on the backs of those children than the bums that we have pitching right now. Because I know what they're going to do. I know what they're going to do. But at least we can be able to have some type of life to this team. This team is dead. Deader than the pets that I see. I can't do it. This is painful. And I know what the problem is. This is the whole point. I know what the problem is. Fire the coach, not the manager. Fire the hitting coach. Just send him packing. Because sometimes just a different voice and a different approach will make the guys feel like, oh, I have a fresh start. Here's a question for you, Silent Assassin. Have you heard any of the players go to bat for Eric Chavez?
Oh, not a word. I hear a lot good things about Mendoza and Hefner, but never a word about Chavez.
That's the question. I've never heard, and I could be wrong, right? But I've never personally heard any of them say Chavez guy's pretty good. You know, we're just not doing what we got to do, but you know we're in it. We're here with Andy or whatever it is. I hear nothing.
Like a lot of people want to come here to pitch because they hear such great things about Hefner.
Right.
Mendoza obviously first time last year, but all great things. For the past
it's
2
true.
years. Never Chavez.
Silent Assassin hit the nail on the head. You have people that come in here, man. I've heard such great things about Jeremy Hefner. You know, respect Carlos Mendoza. Not a word about Eric Chavez. Not a word. Why is that? Ain't nobody saying, oh, man, I'd love to start working with Chavez because, you know, he's done great things with the organization with these young kids. There's nothing to talk about. He's the guy on the couch. Oh, who's this guy? Hey, he just lives here. Does he pay rent? No. Does nothing. I'm sick of it. We need answers as a fan base. Steve Cohen is very good at talking to the fan base, tweeting, whatever it is. We need answers on Eric Chavez. Why is he still there? If you have 3 years worth of data and know how bad this team has looked, even when they were playing well last season, even when they were the hottest team in baseball, they still could not drive runs in. They were just getting timely hits and kind of putting those hits together. They were getting great pitching at that point. Yeah, we had one of the best starting pitching in all of baseball at that point. Lindor was red hot. That doesn't mean that the entire team was. There was runners at second and third, 2 outs. You already knew what was happening. Pop up, strikeout. I got nothing. So I don't want to hear any pundits. I don't want to hear any commentators. I don't want to hear any media personalities telling Met fans to calm down. No, we shouldn't. I don't care. I am not an advocate of booing your team, but I think you have the right to now. The garbage that we've been fed over the last 2 months has been enough. This team has been garbage for 2 months. You've had little pockets of success here, a little 5-game winning streak here, a little 6-game winning streak here, but then they'll go ahead and lose 8 of 9. How can anybody be happy about that? They don't deserve to be in the playoffs right now. They don't. And if they do get the playoffs, I hope that they're one of those teams that are one and done. Matter of fact, I hope that they are the road team in the wild card round, so they don't even go home. You stay your ass on the road and lose. That's what I want. You don't deserve to be in the playoffs. Look around that clubhouse. Look at the people that are in that clubhouse. Look at the bullpen. Y'all look at each other and say, enough. Grow some nuts and play some baseball. I don't understand it. Any thoughts?
I second everything you said. It's definitely a difficult. Like it just feels different. Like this whole season, even the past 2 months, I'm like, oh, like they're still in it, which they are. But this past, this past week and a half watching has been extremely difficult. Or just like internally, I'm like they're done. Like the team just looks out of it. They look tired. Even I was saying, like, even if they do make it to the playoffs, I don't see them going very far.
No.
It just doesn't feel like they have, like, that connection, that chemistry, which I don't know what the situation is. Like, obviously, people left last year. That could have been, the tying them together, and then it's just not here this year. So they definitely need to make a big change. I know on Carlos Mendoza, I feel like he's being a little bit soft in his interviews, but also at the end of the day, it's not the problems aren't fully on him. So how can he answer those questions? Like, how come the hitting's not doing good? Like,
yeah.
that's not really his.
Not his problem.
Yeah, like he is the manager, but they gotta make a change in the front office, and then kind of make some decisions and let people go.
Yeah.
Not Mendoza. Mendoza stays, but the hitting coaches gotta.
Both of them.
Gotta go.
Both of them. And the biggest thing for me is that you go ahead and you try to be the smartest guy in the room, David Stearns. You should have never let Iglesias walk. Mm-hmm. He should be on this damn team. He was if Grimace, right? Iglesias. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, was the story of the Mets. It wasn't you. It was Iglesias that got that team together, bonded that team together, and they went on that run. So you go ahead and you don't re-sign him. Why? Sometimes you need guys that are not this analytical driven guy. Right? There's no data, there's no metrics as to why it fucking works. But it works for you. Everybody likes him. You kept Marte around because, one, you can't find a trade for him, but two, that he's a veteran presence in the locker room, and it matters. What do you think Iglesias was?
It literally reminds me of the 101 season where they had great chemistry. Toward the end, obviously, they had some problems.
Yeah.
But that team, chemistry-wise, was, like, electric. And
they loved each other. They looked like they liked each other.
So that's like the 2024, and then the following year you have all this talent, like, oh, we're going to do great things,
right.
And they were horrible.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. And
it's not as bad,
yeah,
but it's very similar.
Yeah. Actually, in the off-season, Nick Castellanos was on a podcast, and they were talking about, like, oh, who do you think should have won NL MVP? Because it was kind of Ohtani, obviously well-deserved, but... Right. There was, like, Lindor should win because he's, for his team, was a MVP better than the Dodgers were stacked. And he's like, oh, Jose Iglesias should have won it. Because he's like, that he made the Mets go to 2 games away from the World Series. It was all on him. So even, like, you see players from other teams saying, like, oh, this guy is making this team what it is.
He brought, when you looked at that dugout, every game last year, it was like a party. Mm-hmm. Like, those guys were having so much fun. No matter if they were down 5 runs, they had this energy that they knew that we'll come back. Mm-hmm. And how many comeback wins did they have last year? Yeah. A ton. So again, when you have this analytical bullshit in your front office, now, I'm not saying that Stearns is not a good po' bowl. He's good. He's great. But there's certain times where you see it and it's just like, dude, everything can't be on a fucking paper. It's a feeling. Sports is about chemistry. Baseball is about chemistry. We've seen teams that are not so talented get very far. Based on chemistry and timing. You had that last year, and you didn't keep it together. Why would you go ahead and re-sign Jesse Winker, but not bring back Iglesias? Make it make sense to me. All because you wanted to turn it over to the kids? I could have told you that shit wasn't going to work. Could have told you that. Give it to people, even if you would have signed Iglesias. This is how I know how easy it would have been. You re-sign Iglesias. You let them compete with Iglesias for the bench roles and see who gets the playing time. If Iglesias doesn't play well and you decide that you want to go in another direction, or you feel that some other person could be able to take that spot, if you go ahead and negotiate a trade or DFA him at that point, fine. If it's not working. But the fact that he wanted to come back and he waited most of the offseason to try to negotiate a deal with the Mets, and you let him go to the San Diego Padres. Silent Assassin, can you tell me where the Padres are right now?
Doing pretty good.
They're a couple of games out of first place.
And
They are walking down the Dodgers right now.
Yep.
Because, again, you mix talent with chemistry. Magic happens in baseball. We see it all the time. And it's not about crunching numbers on a computer. It's not about launch angles and all of this advanced metrics and this WRC plus and all this garbage. It's about that guy got those guys to love the game and have fun and relax a bit. Because at the end of the day, this is a game. It is a big business, but they looked like they had fun. And how can we keep that type of energy and still be able to compete at the highest level? You got to keep that guy around. So, in closing, because this was a long rant, I'm upset and I'm tired of watching them. I will stop watching them for a little while until they get their stuff together. I did the same thing last year. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me and my optimism. Mets gonna be good this year. I'm the kid from Queens. I love it. Love Queens. Maybe it's me. So I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna watch from a distance. As I've had it. I've had it with the build. I've had it with listening to David Stearns. Listening to him right now bothers me. Because it sounds like all gaslighting. And I've been too accustomed to gaslighters. You went ahead and go trade off. You traded nothing to get those guys in bullpen. Great. Why could we have gotten one starting pitcher? Doesn't have to be the best. It could have been anybody. That was better than what we got. Moving on. Roman Anthony got an extension. Shouts to the kid. 8 years, $130 million deal. Boston signed him up. He's a 21-year-old kid. And for me, when I seen the deal, I was like, great for Roman Anthony. That's great. This kid has 2 home runs, 19 RBIs, bats, I think he's batting like 280, 283, 284, something like that. And you got $130 million? Man, that's great.
Yeah.
But for Boston, there's so much risk here. You're like, think about what they've done. They've done something very unprecedented. Sign a kid who you believe that obviously when you sign somebody in sports, even as a job, right? Just a regular 9-to-5 job, and say you get a raise, they're not paying you for what you did. They're paying you for what they think you're going to do. So they believe that this kid is going to be one of the best players in baseball. So they're going to pay him accordingly. Great. But wouldn't it behoove the Boston Red Sox to see him play a full season before you decide to give him money? Like, think about what the Kansas City Royals did with Bobby Witt Jr. He played, and then they said, we've seen enough. This kid's good. Played the whole season. Was spectacular. Made the All-Star team. We want to sign him. That would make sense for Boston to go ahead and do so. But for Roman Anthony, hey, listen, you can be able to still hit free agency at 28, 29 years old, still get another mega contract. This kid potentially can be able to make more money than anybody has ever made in Major League Baseball history. It's impressive. Will he be good? I don't know. It's a prospect. We don't know. He's not Jack Caglione. That's my guy out there, boy. That man, he's the best. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's very interesting because he's hasn't even really been up 2 months yet. Almost 2 months. So to drop that much money for the history they've had the past season is kind of interesting. But
they're hot right now too.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they're trying to make up for the garbage that they did all these years back and trading Mookie Betts. Sorry. It's crazy. Boston fans, they don't know how to feel. Like, Boston fans have been up and down the whole season. We hate Boston. We hate the Red Sox. We love them. Oh, they suck. They stink. Oh, they're great. What did they do with the deadline? We didn't get Joe Ryan. We suck. Then they go ahead and re-sign Roman Anthony. They're happy. So it's been an up and down season for Boston. But hey, at least they have chemistry. At least they look like a baseball team. At least they look like they're having fun. Unlike my team. You know what? Let me go back to the Mets real quick. Because I want to kick somebody's back in a little bit. Keith McPherson bothers me like no other. He's a Yankee fan that talks about the Mets. And he said that, are we sure that Juan Soto's big contract is not the reason why the Mets season is off? And I'm just like, no. Because when Juan Soto, when they were playing well, no one said anything about Juan Soto's contract. You see how that works? When the Mets were 22 games over 500 before they had the worst June they've ever had in their history, right? Nobody said anything about how Juan Soto's contract was getting in the way of them winning, being 22 games over 500. Didn't hear that? Oh my goodness. Are the Mets okay? They should be 30 games over 500 right now, but because of Juan Soto's contract, they're only 22. That wasn't a talk. We heard what Michael Kay said with his lies. None of that shit was true. But now, because they're not playing well, it's Juan Soto's contract as the $800 million man it's weighing down the team. It's not the way baseball works. You can be able to have the best player on planet Earth. If you don't have people that can be able to drive him in and be on base and give him opportunities to succeed, it doesn't matter. And I'm not even sitting here saying that Juan Soto has had a great year. He hasn't. It's very mid. For his standards, this will be a career year for many people. But for his standards, it's really low. But it's his first year. There's 15 more years or 14 more years after this. Get used to him. Get used to the money that he's making. And if David Stern is smart, he surrounds him with talent so he can win. Instead of picking from the bargain bazaar bin and trying to find out to see if anything works. Well, Mark Fitz, according to all these advanced sabermetrics, WRC, his whiff rate is low. What's he doing? What's his stats look like on the season? I'd love to see it. Just to entertain myself. See? I was done talking about the Mets, but now I gotta go ahead and go see it. Let's see what it says. Mark Vientos. Let's see what your stats look like, huh? Oh, how lovely. 229 batting average. 7 home runs. 32 RBIs and 66 hits. That's what you banked your career on? That's what you banked your season on? Him? How about the other guy? All right? Let's go ahead and go check that out. Let's see. Jeff McNeil. See what Jeff McNeil's stats look like, huh? Let's just entertain myself today. This is great. What a year. 249. 9 home runs, 33 RBIs, 62 hits. Oh. Who's next? Shall we say? Brett Beatty. What does he look like? What does his stats look like? Oh, not any better. 61 hits, 11 home runs, and 35 RBI. Everybody's in the 30s. How are you supposed to win like that? We are in August, and guys have 30 RBIs. So you can already, just by those stats alone, you can know what type of season it has been. This should be 60, 70, 59 if you're not a guy that drives in a lot of runs, but you're still productive. 30. And yet your hitting coach is still there. Moving on. What's the lady's name that's but I'll give her a shout out right now because I'm too upset. Jen Powell. That's her name. She spells her last name weird. Pawol. Powell? Right?
Paul.
Yeah.
Powell? Powell?
Paul.
Paul?
I don't know.
Is it Paul?
I don't know.
We don't know what it is. We're gonna say Powell. We're gonna say Powell. First female to call a regular season game. Shouts to her. Yeah, I'm curious to see how she does, and I'm just gonna let it be known now, right? Congratulations. I hope you do well. But if you miss a call, there's going to be the same treatment that everybody else gets. If you're garbage, I'm going to call you out on it. That's just the way it is. We don't care about none of that stuff, right? Trailblazer, cool. Get the job done. Make sure that your balls and strikes are consistent. Don't have no wild-ass strike zone. Don't have something that don't look like a strike. I don't need that. And if you're going to have a wide-ass strike zone, have it for the rest of the game. Don't just have it for one team. That's all I care about. So, shouts to you. I hope you do well. But don't screw it up. Moving on. I'm done with baseball. I'm done with baseball right now. I've called it in. Where is my Mets hat? You know what? Tomorrow. I got something for that. I'm going to do what I normally do around this time when they piss me off. I know exactly what's going to happen tomorrow. Let's go ahead and talk about the NFL, right? Biggest story in the NFL right now is that Micah Parsons versus Jerry Jones is getting ugly. Micah Parsons has asked for a trade. Jerry Jones is saying don't listen to all the hoopla and the fodder because that's just normal negotiations and off-season stuff. And when the news broke that Micah, took to his phone and posted a note on his X account, I said that No matter how many times somebody does something, right? Jerry Jones has negotiated with players for decades. He's gotten deals done with players for decades. He's had players that have held out in camp and have the negotiations have gotten contentious for decades. He's always been the person to know how to be able to get the deal done, right? That's what he says. I'm just going off of what the man says. However, there's always that one that comes along and is not with the BS. Some players would just love, they'll sit there and they'll take all the pomp and circumstance because it's Dallas. It's always going to be front page news. It's always going to be, even in the offseason, even when there's nothing going on, people talk about the Dallas Cowboys. We've seen that with CeeDee Lamb. His contract negotiation got a little contentious. He got paid. Dak Prescott kept Jerry Jones at arm's length, always had his agent involved in the negotiations, got that deal done twice. Micah Parsons is cut from a different cloth. He's not as media savvy as Dak Prescott is. And he might not be as patient as CeeDee Lamb was. And I use the comparison of Django. Django, everybody knows Django the movie. And they always say, and they said in the movie that you have to be, there's that one, that exceptional, you know what I mean? Maybe that's who Micah is. Maybe that's who he is. Maybe he's the guy to say, I'm not dealing with the garbage. I'm not dealing with your media bullshit. I'm not dealing with all of the gaslighting that you do. I want my money. And if you don't give me my money, I want out of here. I'm not with the bullshit. There might tend to be a person that comes along that's like that. And for right now, we're hearing that Jerry Jones is in no rush to get a deal done. There's rumors and there's reports that says that Micah is not going to be ready for the September 4th game. So how long is this going to stretch out? At this point, if I'm Micah, I'm 10 toes down. Give me all of my money or send me where I want to go. And I wonder how Dallas Cowboy fans feel right now. I wonder if they're okay with Micah leaving or they're desperate to get a deal done. Because here's the thing. I think Micah Parsons is a good player, solid player, but is he TJ Watt? No. Is he Myles Garrett? No. Is he any one of those great, consistent Pro Bowler, all-pro guys? I mean, he's an all-pro, but he doesn't have the same impact as those guys. He deserves to get paid, but can you survive without a Micah Parsons? Maybe. Remember, Khalil Mack got traded from the Bears. It wasn't even the Bears, it was the Raiders. He went from the Raiders to the Bears. And Khalil Mack was one of the best defenders in all of football at that point. And nobody thought that the Raiders would ship him out, and they did. So there's a very high possibility that Micah Parsons leaves Dallas. But there's also a part that we know that Jerry Jones has been here before, and he's okay with trying to, with making things so uncomfortable. And then he comes through at the last second and then just gives the player all of the money. And I'm just like, what is the point of it? Like, what do you, there's nothing to negotiate, really. You seen what Myles Garrett got. You see what TJ Watt got. You got to give him higher than those guys. That's just it. Whether it's $1 or $5 million over, you got to give him the highest. And that's just the way it goes. If you don't want to do it, then get him out of town and let him go where he wants to go. But there's so many Cowboys fans at this point that are just tired of the gaslighting that Jerry Jones continues to do for them or to them. They're tired of the pomp and circumstance. They're tired of being tabloid news instead of just being a team that's focused on winning. What Micah said in his note was very personal. He said a lot of things that were personal in regards to Jerry Jones tries to negotiate with you when your agent is not around. Why do I have an agent? Why are you trying to talk to me when it's not my job to understand numbers like that? This is why I pay this guy to do. So you're trying to navigate around my agent, which means that now I can't trust you. So it's a terrible way to do business when there's no trust there. And I don't feel sorry for Jerry. I'm not even a huge Micah Parsons fan, but I'm on his side here. Stand your ground. Let's not talk nice. I don't need to talk to you at all. Because according to the reports, Micah and Jerry they've not spoken. Yeah. I don't need to fucking speak to you. Give me my money. And if you don't give me my money, then let me go where I need to go. Simple. So we'll see what happens, but I think that Micah Parsons is a Django, and I respect that. Moving on. What else have we got here? Oh, yeah, I mean, obviously, let's talk about this. ESPN went ahead and ruined football. They ruined it. There's nothing to look forward to anymore. They bought the NFL Network, and when they bought the NFL Network, guess what else they bought? Redzone. Listen, let me tell you something here. As a 40-year-old man with a family that knows other 40-year-old men with families, when Sunday rolls around, you wake up out of bed, you go ahead and you go take care of the family, make sure everybody's good, everybody eats breakfast. If I got to go out there and go get breakfast, clean up the house, help out, right? Spend a little quality time with the wife. Whatever it is, kick around the ball with the kids. Spend some time. You see once 12:45 hits, you start checking the clock. Because it's like, all right, I got another 5 minutes to be dad. I got another 5 minutes to be hubby. And then after that, I'm going to be in my cave for the next 7 hours. I don't want to be bothered. Don't call me. Don't knock on the door. Don't do anything. You know where I'm at. I'm watching my man Scott Hansen for the next 7 hours. Commercial free. Redzone. And I'm playing my fantasy with my friends talking shit. Right? That's where you at. Now you on ESPN and commercial free is over. Redzone gonna have commercials now. We don't want that. We never wanted ESPN to get involved with our Red Zone. We hate ESPN. It sucks. I'm upset. It's a lot of money for the NFL though, so I'm sure that they couldn't turn that down. But I am upset that they went ahead and pulled this trigger. How dare they do this to us? You know how many men across the United States are upset today? Honey, what's going on? You've been mad all day. Can you want to talk about it? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. My goodness, it must be really serious. Did I do something? You didn't do anything. Now the wife is all, insecurity, upset. Don't even realize that has nothing to do with her. Has everything to do with I gotta watch commercials now on my Red Zone. It's a lot. As fathers, as men, we don't ask for much. Okay? We don't ask for much. We ask for a little patience. We ask for a little intimate time. we ask for some peace and quiet so I can play my video games. And then when Sunday rolls around, pretend like you don't know me. And just let me have a day. All the other days, I take the kids to practice. I got to give my whole check to the wife. I see $2 out of it. Right? I got to pay all these bills. I got to deal with the boss that's annoying as hell. I just need one day. And what did ESPN do? Ruined it. They ruined it. You're a football fan, so has thoughts.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of Redzone last year. For me, it's just too much going on where I can't focus. I like to kind of watch like one game and have that one game on.
And focus on that.
Yeah, but definitely the commercials just ruin everything. Like, they start implementing with streaming services. It's just like awful. Like, I'm already paying $20 a month to have this service, and then you got to add commercials into it. Like, you're already making enough money. Like, why do you got to add in commercials now? It makes no sense.
It's the biggest scam because you go ahead and you pay for the premium package, and then they say, well, listen, the premium package is no longer the biggest package that we go ahead and offer you now. There's now the platinum package, where the premium package now has a couple of commercials on there, but the platinum package has none. And it's a faster refresh rate, so the picture quality is better. You go ahead and you go get the platinum package. It's like, God damn it, I want no commercials. Right, straight. 6 months later, the platinum package is no longer the one that we're serving. It's now the quantum package, where not only is the refresh rate double, but you have interactive ways to be able to communicate with the host that's on TV for $50 more. God damn it, that sounds great. Right? And for people that got the platinum package, they got all the commercials. They'll just keep upping the shit. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm. Just turning into like what we thought was stepping away from cable is just becoming cable again.
It's a grift.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And they know that we're suckers because, again, that poor man works all of his weeks, all of his days to take care of his family, and he needs that one day to be able to recover, right? And he will pay for his peace. So if that package gets to $250, he will pay it just because he wants his peace and quiet. And they understand how desperate we are. We'll pay it. That's the sad part about this thing. I don't want to see the NFL Network on ESPN. I don't even watch ESPN now. I gotta go there and watch Scott Hansen. I don't like it. Every fantasy football fan loves Scott Hansen. We all do. It's a sad day. But, I hope he gets a raise. If he's with the mouse now, he should get a raise. So, moving on. Jamar Chase. Sometimes I don't know if he's trolling or if he's serious. But he said something that was like very odd. And I don't really know how to feel about it, but I'm going to play it.
Honestly, I feel like he has it all. The timing, the accuracy, the placement, the speed, the awareness.
He has it all.
The field recognition. I mean, what else? He audibles in the backfield.
Well, I get this idea
when you
of
turn
like
on
you
Joe
guys
tape,
can't.
it's different from Josh Allen's tape. Completely different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. People game plan against Josh Allen, not against Joe Burrow. They play against his game weapons. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Honestly, I feel like
correct me if I'm wrong. Does Jamar Chase play for the Bills?
Not last I checked.
Is he the new wide receiver for the Bills?
Nope.
No, seriously. I need to. Was there any breaking news that said that Jamar Chase got? Because what I remember is that he got his money in the offseason. Cincinnati paid him. They paid T. Higgins as well to keep that tandem together. To help Joe Burrow. So again, I'm gonna ask: Is Jamar Chase on the Bills?
No.
So he talked about Josh Allen as a guy that they have to game plan for, while burying his own quarterback. He called Joe Burrow a system guy. What? Let me ask you a question. Who made the Super Bowl? Josh Allen or Joe Burrow?
Joe.
Joe Burrow made the Super Bowl with no offensive line. And I saw him do things in those playoffs that were pretty impressive. Josh Allen has yet to get to a Super Bowl, correct? Mm-hmm. So with all the skill that he has and all the tools, you got a game plan for him and not the weapons, where he been at? The nicest thing on Josh Allen is Haley Steinfeld. Come on now. What kind of disrespect are we talking about here?
Even last season, like, if the Bengals didn't make the playoffs, like, Joe Burrow got MVP.
Yeah.
He was
the best quarterback in football last year.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the team not, showing up, whatever,
It wasn't for guys like Jamar Chase not showing up in certain weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe they would have made the playoffs. What the hell is happening here? And I can guarantee what's gonna happen is that he's gonna realize that he said something that was real dumb and gotta walk it back.
Dummy, yeah.
Oh, what I meant to say, I think I was taken out of context. No, he wasn't. You probably just didn't understand what you were saying. Or maybe you did. Because again, sometimes we don't know if he's trolling or he's serious. Because he's that type of wacky, silly guy. I mean, you listen to him just now. Get it out. Mm-hmm. Pause. Think. It's all right to think before you say anything. Because clearly he didn't think this out. And maybe, just maybe, he said the quiet part out loud. Maybe that's the way he really does think. So how is that going to make his star quarterback feel? I wonder. So instead of people talking to Joe Burrow and asking him about how he feels his team is going to be going forward, they're going to be asking him questions about, did you hear what Jamar Chase said about you? And he has to be the no-frills guy to be like, all right, well, we're just focused on trying to get the week done. But I'm sure that's burning him inside to have your star quarterback, a star wide receiver, call you a system guy, and Josh Allen is the person that we have to worry about. I'll keep it honest with you. I am more concerned about Joe Burrow than I would be concerned about Josh Allen. Joe Burrow has Tom Brady-like abilities. You never wanted to see Tom Brady because you knew that you would never be no lead is safe. Same thing with Joe Burrow. What are we talking about here? So it's one of those things where it's just like, you want to cut people bail because you want to try to understand where they were coming from and what the context is. Because if you're saying that Joe Burrow is not as athletic or well-rounded like Josh Allen is, because Josh Allen is a dual threat. He can run. He has a great arm. Okay, you can give him praise about that. Say, Josh Allen's a great arm, man, great talent, MVP. Can be able to do a myriad of things on the football field. Coaches really have to, try to see how they can be able to structure their approach to a Josh Allen. He said, but we got that bad man in Joe Burrow as well that teams got to worry about. If you're up, if the game is tied and Joe Burrow has that last drive, you're concerned. So it's like you can be able to praise one and then praise the other. But what I heard was you are, slossing one, glizzy glazer one, and throwing your quarterback under the bus. That's not good for team morale. So that's going to be something to watch. Because if Joe Burrow says, I kind of got you paid, and now I feel away. Got your bags packed because you're going to Mars. You're going somewhere else. Give me, who do the Bills got on that team? Who's their wide receiver right now, right? Whoever they got, give me that. Since you want to go with your boyfriend, go over there. Go over there and go fight for his affection and go see what Haley Go see what Haley does to you. Go ahead, go see it. Since you want to gloss over her man like that. What are we talking about? It's ridiculous. Moving on. Shedeur Sanders. That's my guy. He is scheduled to get a lot of tick in the preseason game, and this is his big opportunity. They said that he's recovering a little bit from a sore shoulder, and I'm excited for the kid, man. I want to see what he does. I'm hearing that in practice he's throwing lasers, darts, accurate. The leadership qualities are there. Like, other opposing executives are like, this kid's good. And we know this. It's no shock to me. But you still got people out there, right, that will try to kick this kid's back in whatever chance they get. And it's so sad that when I heard this, I wanted to break my screen. But this is how people view this kid. Is that it doesn't matter what he does, they're always going to try to kick him down. All because of who his father is. All because of the personality that he has, because he's so overly confident. What's wrong with that? You want to try to break him down and humble him for what? He can leave football tomorrow and be fine. So he's confident enough to say, this is my dream. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to bust my ass. I'm going to make sure I make it happen. Why would you want to hate on any kid that wants to put the work in? It doesn't make sense to me. It's not like he's coming in hot dogging it. As soon as he got drafted in Cleveland, he went to go check the community and go engulf himself into the community. That's somebody that you want. He didn't come in here demanding the starting job. He's living his dream. He's competing. So why are you going to try to kick his back in? We know why, but I don't like to say.
Got the fewest reps in camp, and he's got a sore arm. Why? Well, people say he throws a lot before practice and after practice. Well, how counterproductive is that?
I'm sure there's a method to the madness.
What is it?
He's trying to get his arm right, Tone. I'm sure he's probably practiced more now than he has at any point in his
career.
Well,
it obviously was counterproductive because he's got a sore arm.
Okay, so you're using that as a negative against the kid?
I don't understand.
Jesus, God, would you give him a chance?
Well,
my God, because his arm's sore? Yeah. What, that's a negative, that the kid's got a sore arm?
Yes.
Because he's working too hard? Get the hell out of here.
Working against who?
Get the hell out of here. He was so mad he couldn't even finish. But you understand this. This is what people are saying about him. Why? You are getting upset because he has a sore arm. Oh my goodness, the world is ending. Kid got a sore arm. He's throwing too much because he's working hard. What are we talking about here? But again, it's about who his father is and his persona being so big and his brand being as big as it is. You always going to have these messengers that try to nullify all of the things that make you you. And they try to weaponize it against you. Oh my God. Well, he didn't play so much in Colorado. So, this is the first time he's ever had to practice in his life. Oh. Okay. But he's doing it, right? Not complaining. Going through the progressions. Learning his playbook. Having the respect of his teammates and the staff. Being humble about it. What more do you want out of a quarterback? That's what you want to see. Rather than the other way around where he's being immature, he's not getting it, playbook is not sticking, and he's not making any type of progression. What are we doing? Leave the kid alone, man. Like I'm tired of defending Shedeur when at this point there's no reason to defend him right now because he's just trying to get ready for a preseason game. This is not the regular season. It's a preseason game. Moving on. Oh, we are at my favorite time. Relevant news of the week.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch this?
There's a lot of doozies.
They stink.
There's a lot of doozies. Every week we go ahead and we find some stories, and I always find some good ones. STD rates are soaring in Mississippi, now labeled an epidemic. According to reports, Mississippi is facing a major STD outbreak with about 1,200 cases per 1,000 people, meaning at least 1 in every 100 residents is affected. Already battling higher rates of gonorrhea, chlamydia, and HIV, the state is now under serious warning from the CDC, which has declared its rapidly rising congenital syphilis cases in an official epidemic. Are we surprised? Mississippi, there is low information in regards to what is the smart word for protection? What do they say? Contraception? Is that what it is?
I think so.
Yeah.
I want to sound very intelligent right now. Contraception.
Yeah, contraceptives.
Contraceptives.
Yeah. I think.
Whatever it is. Well, one of those.
Something.
Close enough.
One of those, right? And I'm sure the message is being lost because nobody's using any. And then you have the incest rate that's very high out there as well. So there's a lot of things going on. Then you got Mississippi State, the colleges. It'd be juking down there, right? You already know what. Listen, college is the cesspool of the world. Every college. You got girls that, they had Billy as their boyfriend in high school, and everything was great. And then they say, you know what? Let's do this long distance thing. And she goes to Mississippi State. And then Billy goes off to Clemson. And she says, man, I miss Billy. His first day is really tough. And then she sees Bernard walk by her. 6'9", 230 pounds. Got muscles on muscles. And she's like, this is what's going on here? Oh, Billy is shortly forgotten about. The party starts. That's how it is in college. That's the template. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, and then when you go out there in regards to people not working, they don't have things to do. They just sitting around and they fucking all day. That's what they're doing. You got those old people out there that are cucks. They'll go ahead and say, hey, you want my wife? I'm going to just sit in the corner and watch. She doesn't like protection. So you just go ahead and just go to town. Is that a cream pie? Yeah, we do those too. Like, it's just gross. But, yeah. When the economy's down, certain things like this happen because people are sitting around and they're either watching TV or they're doing something else. So don't go to Mississippi. That's all I'm saying. Don't go there. Because if you go there, you already know what's going to happen. And if you meet a guy, oh my goodness, I met this girl. She's fantastic. Where'd you meet her? Mississippi State. Really? Okay. Tell me more. You know, it's crazy, man, because first time we kissed, she was very shy, and I was assertive, and I didn't really know if she liked me. But then the second time, we were together, it got a little bit more heated, and she was very aggressive. And I was just like, okay, you go from one end of the spectrum to the other. Then the next time, she bought like these whips and chains and stuff. Just like, I wasn't really into those things. And she got a lot more aggressive. And then I started to realize what was happening. Friends and people around, they said, yo, you got to be careful about this girl. She got a reputation at Mississippi State. Not realizing she was the gold standard when it came to that at Mississippi State. And now look what you got. You got the STD farm in your house. You got to be careful. I remember I had an uncle that said, yo, STDs were like a badge of honor back in the 60s. I'm just like, yeah, that's crazy. He's like, yeah, man, a little bit of syphilis, you go get some penicillin, you good. What? No, sir. No, sir. I will not. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, bruh, good luck, but I will never go to Mississippi. There's no reason to. Moving on. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, this is a good one. You out of here? Later. Shannon Sharp, Chad Ochocinco, and Shay Media. We have an update on the $20 million defamation lawsuit. It's dismissed. That's the update. It's so funny when it came out that this lady went to the Usher concert, right? And just because she embarrassed herself and was put on Front Street to say that, oh, the husband is going to divorce her now, she gets mad because it's defamation of character. No, it's not. You are getting a divorce, but you went ahead and looked crazy on camera. Shannon Sharp don't know you. Chad don't know you. They just over here talking. They making jokes. So how do you expect that you think you're going to make $20 million off of somebody making jokes off of something that they don't even know that's a fact? They don't know you. It's a comedy show. It's entertainment. And you tried to get $20 million after he just settled with that white girl. Get out of here. Get out of here. I knew that this was going to get thrown out. I'm surprised it took this long. It's craziness. Mm-hmm. Like, people just sue over nothing. And you only sue people that got it. You notice that? Mm-hmm. If I go ahead and go call this lady, whatever it is, out of her face, you think she's going to come for me? No. Nah, because I got $6 for her.
It's like, I feel like those people kind of like hunt for it. Like they go to those types of people and look for a problem, even though it's not like an actual problem.
Absolutely.
Just to make something out of it and try to get some money.
It's their retirement package.
Yeah. But not realizing that these people are rich and they can afford the best lawyers. Even if they're
Right.
guilty, they're probably going to get out of it.
Exactly. Exactly. They can be able to make your defamation case look like rubbish. Because you have you got the C+ lawyer while they got the A+ lawyer. Like that's just the way it goes, right? Moving on. Let's see here. Oh, this is a good one. This is much needed. AMC Theaters is shortening the amount of ads played before movies. Thank you, God. Let me tell you something. I was talking about this the other day to myself. I said, you know what? You go to the movies 8:15. Movie don't start until 8:45. What? So why are you telling me that the movie's 8:15 then? Because it's not. Clearly, it's not.
No. There was like a thing a while ago. I don't think they're going to do it just because of this. People kind of known that now, like the movies don't start until a little bit later after the trailers, but they were going to list the start time as the like actual time like the trailers were played before. So the time if you see 8:15, that's the movie time and the trailer's already passed 30 minutes prior, whatever it was. So
Yeah. I think they should do that. I think if it's 8:15 commercials and 8:45 is the movie. Like I don't want to sit there for a half hour and watch this garbage. Like it's one thing to watch trailers, right? But it's another thing to be in there and watch commercials. Yeah. When was that a thing?
Yeah.
When did that happen? I remember sitting there, you got your popcorn, you wait, you see the screen, and then you see coming attractions or trailers. When did they put ads into this shit?
Yes.
I was heated, upset.
Do you even have like the games now too, like the little mini game show?
Yeah, don't nobody care about that.
No.
I didn't pay for that. I paid to watch this movie. I don't even have ads at my house. I have all of the subscriptions that don't have no ads. Yeah, I gotta pay more money to watch a movie than I pay for my subscriptions at home, for my streaming service, and I gotta watch ads, and you can't turn them shits off. You gotta sit there. It's nonsense.
Yeah, it's rough.
I don't get it. I don't understand. You want to pay your bills, fine. Pay your bills when we not here. Good, easy. Tell people, listen, you got the option. You could be able to go there and just sit there with the ads because this is the whole, we're paying bills right now, and then the movie's going to start. So you want to sit there, give me the option to say no before you give me back my ticket. Movies at 8:15. You want to sit there for a half hour with the ads, or would you rather just sit here and cool out and wait for that to pass? It's rolling anyway. You're paying the dollars anyway. You're going to have some people in there that don't give a shit about the ads. But for the most part, people care. Because sometimes people will sneak it out, right? They're like, look, I got 2 hours before I can be able to come back to the house. So if you get there at 8:15 and you have already factored in that this movie is an hour and 45 minutes, you're like, all right, cool. I'll be able to get back to the crib by like 10:30 years old, I didn't factor in this extra 40 minutes. Now I'm busting through the door at 11. Now my girlfriend looking at me crazy. Well, where have you been? I said, can't lie now. It's a lot. So I'm glad that they're considering this because this has been a crime and a farce for years. So yes, get it out of here. Moving on. This is an interesting. Oh, music. Woman sues company after receiving full pay for 20 years without any work assigned. What? For 2 decades, French engineer Frédéric R. went to work, clocked in, and did nothing. Her company reportedly paid her full salary for 20 years, but assigned her 0 project and gave no responsibilities. Eventually, the emotional toll and isolation became unbearable. She sued her employer for workplace harassment by exclusion, arguing that being paid to do nothing was psychologically damaging. Now her story is sparking debate about dignity, purpose, and what employment really means. I just want to put this out there.
Dummy, yeah.
If somebody's paying you for 20 years to just sit there and watch TV, how's that bad? You mean I can just clock in and do nothing and get the same money that Jeff is getting, and Jeff is out there working his ass off? What am I complaining about? I would watch every show known to man. Every one of them.
Yeah, even if she said like she didn't want to work, like you're not needed there, so why don't you just get like another job that you could go work?
You could have been left.
Yeah.
So you clocked in for 20 years, saying to yourself, all right, this is the day they're going to make me do something. Year one passes. Oh my goodness, a whole year I did nothing. Hopefully tomorrow's going to be better. And you did that for 20 years, hoping that one day they're going to look down the hallway and say, hey, Frederic, got anything to do? You collected checks and you did nothing for 20 years, and you want to sue a company that did you a favor. Maybe you have no skills. And maybe somebody felt so bad and said, you know what? I like her as a person. Nice person. Pleasant. You know, it's not a lot of money. Just let her be here. It's kind of like that movie Office Space, where, you know, the guy was working there and he was getting paid, but he had got fired years prior. And they never fixed the payroll issue until the new management team came in and they were like, so did you let him go? It's like, no, we fixed the glitch. What do you mean? Yeah, he's not getting paid anymore. So whatever happened, like it fell through the cracks and he was still getting paid, but he got fired like years ago. I'm talking like a decade. So we just fixed the glitch. He's not getting paid anymore. That's literally what they did. It's just like, all right, you're getting paid. Just be happy. And you have the nerve to sue me?
Yeah. That's like, in like total, it's probably made close to $1 million.
Yes.
Making 50,000 when it was $1 million over that span.
Doing nothing.
Yeah, just sitting there. It's crazy.
Like how is that even something that you're upset about? Yeah. You signed up for it. This is the thing. This is why I know that this world is going to hell, because you can have people that sign up for their own abuse and then sue you for signing up for their own abuse. Make it make sense.
I wonder, like, does it stay like what the company was or what the job was?
Oh no,
no,
definitely not.
Because I did see that and I thought it was like, really, lady.
Yeah, I just can't. I lose faith in humanity every time I read stories. I do. Which other one do I have here? Oh, yes, this is the one that I was talking to you about.
That this was for me and my daughter, and that if he wanted some, he needed to cook for himself. I told him I was not going out of my way to make breakfast for him. This is only for me and my daughter. Like, if you're that hungry, there's a McDonald's down the street, or there's eggs in the fridge and there's bacon, and you can make it yourself. He's acting like this not cooking for him thing is brand new. I gave him a list of things that I don't do the day that we got married, and he was okay with it. So what's the problem now? I told him, if you don't want to cook, you could wait and see if there's any leftovers. If there's leftovers, go ahead and eat. If there's no leftovers, then I'm sorry. You're going to have to figure it out. But I am not going to cook for you. It's not my job to cook for you. I'm sorry. And then on top of that, I'm doing scrambled eggs. He wants a fried egg. No, I'm sorry. That's too much work for me. I'm not going to do it. Plus, So my husband decided to drain our joint bank account and leave me after so much controversy on my videos. So on my main page, I made a video about how I didn't want to cook breakfast for my husband because I didn't want to go out of my way from making scrambled eggs to making a fried egg for him. And I said that he could do it himself. I don't cook for my husband. I never have, and I'm not going to be starting today. I'm sorry. I guess he got, wind of the videos, and yeah, he drained our bank account, and he has told me that I have to.
You know what's funny about this?
So my husband decided to drain our joint bank account and leave.
He is going to leave this woman, and she is now going to be divorced, and she's going to have multiple children, and now she's going to be back on the dating market with kids older, and you think that some man is going to sign up to take on your baggage, and then you tell him that you're not going to make a meal for him. Like, that's the worst possible thing that you can do for your significant other is have food prepared for them. Like, where did you learn that? That's what I would love to know about this lady. Where did she learn that? Because I'm sure if she learned that from her mother, I'm sure the father is not around. And people like to pass on trauma and their baggage to their children. They do it all the time. And if you don't have respect for the opposite sex, you will tend to do things that way. Because if you truly do love somebody, would you actually look them in the face and say, yo, there's McDonald's down the street? And for what I'm seeing, it looks like she's a stay-at-home person, which means that you're home all day when this man is out there slaving and, trying to provide for his family, and he has to now go to McDonald's to get food while he comes in and sees everybody else eating. Please make this make sense, even for a person that is a logical person. I would love to know what the devil advocate argument would be. Go.
I don't even like to publicly state that. Like, say there was like a situation going on behind the scenes where this was okay, right? Like, he's doing some crazy stuff on the side. Like, why are you coming out to TikTok or whatever it was with such a broad like grand statement like that? Is gonna get like views. Like,
you knew they were gonna drag you.
Yeah,
you had to.
So you have to come back with something valid. So I wonder if she's gonna make like a part two to it and be like, but if he is the one making money, like, that's his food. Like, he bought it, it's his. So if you want to have it, then you can, cook for me and we can share it. But that's my food, so I don't want you to touch it.
That's like, we were talking about off pod. It's just like you living in your parents' house. You ain't paying no type of utilities, no helping with the mortgage, and you put your name on the container in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you nuts?
Mm-hmm. It's just like, literally, she's talking about, he wants a fried egg. I'm pretty sure takes more work, like more cooking to
doing a scrambled egg
mix it
than a fried egg.
Yeah.
Because all you doing with a fried egg is leaving it there,
crack it,
and flip it.
Yeah. Yeah, but scrambled, you gotta whisk it, and then you gotta pour it, you gotta stir it in the pan, and all
There's
this
mad components to a scrambled egg. With a fried egg, you just leave it there, flip it on one side, and flip it on the other side. It's done.
Good.
And you can't even do that for your husband. We're not even talking. This ain't a roommate where y'all got your own food. You split the bills and all that stuff. And yeah, you don't got to cook for your roommate if you don't want to. They get their own food. This is your husband. And you think that it was okay for you to make this video. And again, this is why I say all the time that you young people are screwed. Because you have people out here like this that are so entitled that they think that they're worth so much more, and they have this entitlement personality that you feel that you can't cook for the person that's providing for your family. I would have cleaned her out too. But I also would have said, and another thing, when I do take all the money, because it's his. And another thing, the kids are also coming with me. Just saying. Like, what type of nasty person do you have to be to look at your husband and tell your husband or your wife or whatever that you're not cooking for them? This food is not for you.
Just makes like you already took the effort to start cooking anyways. Like you can't just throw in an extra serving, and like it's just like a level of pettiness that is just like beyond.
Yeah. petty. And then he told her, "Yo, you gotta get out," and then she was like, "Oh, I'm not getting out. You have to evict me." Okay. Listen, I have the money, so I will do so. I'm not leaving my house. So do you see? So now the story is starting to come around, right? He's telling her to leave, which means that she's probably not on the deed. So it means that they probably got married and he probably already had this house, which means that he probably allowed her to just stay home and handle, the at-home duties, which is a very difficult thing. It's not an easy job, but that was the agreement. So it's starting to make sense now, because it's like, why would you want to leave or get evicted from your own house? Makes sense? So, again, this is somebody who probably has no leg to stand on, and you have the gall to be able to go to TikTok and Facebook or whatever it is, because you believe that you can be able to create this BS narrative and this alternate universe to make everybody say, yeah, you go ahead and you put your foot down and you shouldn't cook for a man and blah, 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 blah. You have so many man-hating women out there that will go ahead and go preach that particular gospel to whoever other man-hating people out there. Why would you want to do that to your husband, though? If you clearly, now, if you don't love this man, then leave. But why would you even let it get to the point where he wants to evict you? Are you that desperate and don't have anywhere else to go?
Yeah, it's also not a good look to have that type of situation in front of your kids. So
right, like, what are you teaching your kids? Don't respect your father. Don't respect the man. You go ahead and you let them kick you out before you leave. The fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Dummy, yeah.
That got me mad. But I'm glad he kicked her out. 'Cause I'd have did the same thing. I'd have made sure little scrambled eggs were outside. I'd have made sure that those scrambled eggs were outside. Right? You want to make them scrambled eggs? That's fine. There's an outside stove that you can be able to use, but you ain't using that shit in here. Okay, go make however much food you want. There's a propane grill out there. Use that. But this kitchen, nah. No. Not happening. Not happening. That is it for irrelevant news of the week.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, yeah, they stink.
Okay, real quick, let's go ahead and go zoom through these basketball topics here. Rick Carlisle says that the 2-star NBA build is over. He says that the league has moved away from that particular template and that particular blueprint. Now it's about, playing hard, playing fast, having the depth and the positionless basketball for certain teams, just having the horses that you can be able to push out there and compete on a night-to-night basis, battle of attrition. So it's not about having the 2 best guys on the team anymore. It's about having a collection of guys that know their role, that understand basketball, that understand what they have to do, and that's the way to build your team. And that's what you saw in this year's run of the NBA playoffs and the NBA finals, is that you had 2 teams that were very, very well constructed, depth, deep teams. They have defense. They have guys that can shoot, know their roles. They got guys that can be able to go get you a bucket. So it very well could be the end of the 2-star build and the 3-star build. It's 1 year. I would love to see what happens next season. But at the end of the day, I think that there's different ways that you can be able to win, right? You can be able to win with 2 stars, but we've also seen that you can be able to win with depth. You can be able to go into a deep run into the playoffs with depth as well. So it's good to have different philosophies and how you team build, right? This is what sports is about. It's not about everybody looking the same way and having this uniform blanket approach. It's about seeing what works for your particular roster, see what works for your particular team, and then you go ahead and you go build it out there. And if you have a team that has a LeBron James and a Luka Doncic, okay, you got 2 superstars. You can be able to build through those guys and then try to see how you can fill in the gaps. If you have a team like the Indiana Pacers, who you have one guy that's pretty good, you have to now draft a lot better in Indiana than you do have to draft in LA, because you need to make sure that you're putting together a good team of guys and role players that understand their role, because those guys are going to have to carry a lot of the weight more than the team that has the 2-star build has to. So that's just the way it is. It's about diversity. It's about different ways to be able to get there. It's about having a unique situation to your particular organization. So I'm not going to disagree with Rick Carlisle, but I'm also not going to agree with Rick Carlisle. I think that it's trending that way, but for me to say that it's automatically that the 2-star build is dead, I'm not saying that. I'm not going to say that. Moving on. Luka Doncic, he's been all over, he's been doing the press run. He's playing Eurobasket right now, is in phenomenal shape. There's rumors that he's lost over 30 pounds. He was on the cover of Men's Health, Men's Health Fitness, or whatever it is, looking jacked, ripped, cut like a bag of dope, right? I've never seen a man like that. He was fat, pudgy. Now he's cut like a bag of dope, and everybody's just like, oh, why couldn't you do that with the Dallas Mavericks? And he said that, look, he was already trending in that direction to be able to start taking care of his body even before he got traded. That could all be cap. That could all be BS. I think that there's a lot to this to say that it's all motivated off of him saying, hey, listen, I have to get in shape at some point. But I'm sure that there was some motivation to get in better shape because the Dallas Mavericks did trade you. And they traded you because of your fitness concerns, your conditioning, your weight. They didn't trust that you can be able to get yourself in shape to be able to be the franchise leader and make sure that you're around when you're age 36, 37 and be able to carry this franchise. They just felt that you couldn't do it. So it's kind of like when you break up with your significant other and all of a sudden you see pictures of that significant other and they look like they never looked when they were with you. Like, where was this? Where's all this scantily clad clothing that I never saw? All of a sudden, that's what you wear? Word? Oh, you brushed your hair down pictures? I didn't get this side of you. All I saw was pajamas and putting your hair up in a bun all the damn time. Now you over here got filters, you got makeup on, you looking... Man. So, of course, there is some of that rub where it's like, okay, cool. You wanted me to get in shape. You didn't trust me to do so, so you traded me to another team. You cannot be mad at me for using that as motivation to further get myself into better shape. It's motivation. If Luka was in shape, would the Mavs trade him? No. So one cause had an effect. Getting traded then made him a lot more cognizant that he had to get in shape. We've had spurts of him doing this in the past. We've had spurts of him having hiring a body coach and all that stuff and him coming into better shape into camp. But we've also had the instances where he comes in looking like a truck driver, out of shape, taking training camp to get into better shape, taking the season to get into better shape. So is it needling the Dallas Mavericks? Maybe. But is it also showing your new organization and your new franchise that I can be the face of this franchise, one, but I also can be the face of the NBA? Because I'm trying to make sure that I pass on the positive message to these kids that you got to work hard. You got to make sure that you put in the work in the gym as well as put in the work on the floor as well. Everything matters. What you put into your body, how much sleep you're getting, how much reps you're putting into your practice, how much dedication you're putting into your craft. All of these things need to go into the pot of making a great player, making a consistent player, making a good worker, whatever it is, CEO. Like, work ethic matters. And work ethic is not just about your craft. It's about everything that you do in, behind the cameras, what you eat. All of these things play a role into how important and how productive you can be able to be. So, yes, I do think that Luka is doing the ex-girlfriend thing. Like, look at me now, right? Look at me now. Wearing thongs all the time. Change my underwear now. Happens. Don't get mad at him because he's glowed up and he's with the Lakers. Got a new thing now. I mean, that's just the way it goes. It's just the way it goes. But he does look good, and I can't wait to see him because it's time for us to get where we need to go, and that's the NBA Finals and win another championship. It's been too long. It's been 5 years. I need one. I damn sure ain't getting one with the Mets now. Not getting any with the Jets. You can forget about the Islanders, right? Need one with the Lakers. So come on. Moving on. Austin Reaves, we're staying with the Lakers. Austin Reaves is projected to get a $30+ million annually contract from the Lakers in the offseason. Do I think that he's worth it? That depends. That depends on what you're going to have. If LeBron James is going to be around, I think that Austin Reaves is more valuable because you can be able to have another guy, a tertiary guy that can be able to give you 20 and 6, being your complimentary third star, and you can be able to figure out all the other pieces around them and see how you can be able to be consistent and make sure that you have a good team going forward. If there is no LeBron, then now there's bigger question marks. Because now you're going to have Luka as well as Austin Reaves in your backcourt. And is that a backcourt defensively that you want to put out there night in and night out? The answer is no. So I think his value makes a lot more sense depending on who's attached and who's going to be on this roster rather than just having Luka and him as building blocks. Because at that point, I can see the Lakers offering him a little less than $28 million if he's with Luka by himself. I can see them giving him $30+ million, anywhere between 30 and 35, based on his importance to what he brings to the roster that they currently have constructed. And you got to be careful too, because you don't want to give Austin Reaves any higher than 19% of the cap. So as the salary cap grows, you want to make sure that he's anywhere between 17 and 19% of the cap, because what you can be able to do now is that you can continue to build this team out with good role players, with certain contracts, and you still can be in the big star hunting. You can go get a Luka. You go get a Giannis. You can go get a Jokic, right? All of these players that might be potentially available in the summer of 2027. You never know what can happen. But as long as you keep your flexibility and don't overspend for a guy like Austin Reaves, then you give yourself a chance to be able to compete for those guys in free agency. Also, you got to see, again, if these two players work as a tandem defensively. You cannot have two players that's making over $30 million that can't stop a nosebleed. You just can't. So that's the biggest concern. So the Lakers have a lot of things to discuss. They have to juggle LeBron's happiness with him monitoring the team and seeing how competitive they're going to be, with Luka's desire and wanting to win now as well as build for the future. They have their draft picks. They can be able to make some moves at the deadline, but also, too, they got to keep their eyes on 2026. They got to keep their eyes on the summer of 2027. Is there going to be another star that comes available that you can be able to partner up with a Luka Doncic, and hopefully that a LeBron James might be around as well, and he can take less, and then you can be able to build out a real legit contender for the either the last year or the last few years of LeBron James's career, and then the start of Luka's dominance in LA. So all of those things are being weighed, are being discussed right now. So I'm curious to see how it unfolds. But as long as they don't bring back Russell Westbrook, I'm all right. Moving on. I think we're here, Silence Hasn't. I think this is it. Yeah, we are. We are at the end of the show. Dummy of the week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask, who's the dummy of the week? Do you have one, Silent Assassin?
I do. There's this lady on TikTok that, I don't know if do you know what a labubu is?
A what?
A labubu.
Labubu?
Yeah, it's like
the hell's that?
It's like the new trending toy. I guess it's a toy, a collectible, whatever. It's like this little furry. It has like lore behind it. I believe it came from like a Japanese creator. And this is like a little monster thing with ears and like a keychain.
Okay.
So there's this lady that like creates like custom ones, I guess. Like she repaints them and stuff. So she did like a 24 karat gold Labubu. And her newest creation was she painted one black and like kind of wrapped it. It looked like a bandana material. And it says that she made KSI. And obviously people are giving her some pretty high backlash.
Yeah, kicking her back in, I'm sure.
Yeah, of like black facing like a toy.
Were the lips pink?
It doesn't even. Can you see from here? So that's what she, like a Labubu doesn't even like have that type of face. So she is like, oh, like I never meant any harm. Like I was meant to do like, he has like a group of friends, whatever. She's like, oh, I was gonna do all of them and whatnot. So this is just like, I was just doing it all in good fun, but I'm like, lady,
wow.
what are you talking? Like, it's just, because this is what Labubu, like her other ones, right? It's just like the actual doll, like it keeps like the same face and whatnot. She just paints like the whole thing.
Right.
But that one was a whole like just whatever. I don't even know how to.
So she's just not good at her job. That's just what it is. Like, just stop doing what you're doing.
Yeah, but
It's horrible.
Crazy to do that, to say that.
Yeah.
On TikTok.
Yo, people gotta understand that when you go to these platforms, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are people that are waiting to eviscerate you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make a mistake. You know what? You know what's crazy? And God forgive me. I gotta be better. I do, because I turned into one of those people one day.
Mm.
There was this video, and this girl was talking about something to do with her kids or whatever it was, and there was music playing in the background. As I'm watching this video, there's only a few things that are going through my head. Whatever she's saying, right? That's kind of like wah, 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 wah. What I'm focusing on, the door is so dirty. I'm like, why would you post this video without cleaning the door?
Mm-hmm.
And then you saw all the clothes in the back, and there was this dirty ass washing machine, and then the floor was not. I'm like, yo, you really posted this video without even paying attention to your surroundings?
Mm-hmm.
No shame.
Yeah, like normal to them to live
right
in like dirt.
If you're gonna post the video, just make sure you take some dedication and clean the place up.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I kept focusing on. I didn't care what she had to say. I'm like, look at that dirty ass door. It's crazy.
Even for like a door to get like dirty is a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be like rubbing dirt on it.
Right.
To get dirty.
Like, how did it get this way?
Yeah.
This door is like off-white with scratches in it. What do you have, like a alien gnawing at your door? What's happening here?
Yeah.
Clean it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, people gotta be careful of what they do online, man. And people are so wrapped up in social media that their whole life is wrapped up. And if they kicking this lady back, and I'm sure that she's like miserable right now, and all you gotta do is just turn the phone off, put it away, and none of that stuff ever needs to be discussed again. So, yeah.
Dummy, yeah.
Big time. Like, some people are just not good at things. Like, just don't do things. I understand that people want to try and, like, create a hobby or learn how to do some trade. But sometimes we have to admit that you're just not good at something. Try something else. Go to an art class. Right? Go find out how to really make something. Instead of doing that and embarrassing yourself and then having to walk it back and explain what it was.
Yeah.
Clearly, if they would have realized what it was without you telling them, it'd be, oh, we know what this is. This is great. But you go ahead and tell me what it is, and when I look at it, it looks like a menstrual picture. No.
Yeah, it just like looks like you can't like protect yourself. Like it looked crazy.
Yeah.
So.
You're just bad at what you do. So just move it along. Move it along. I have mine, and very, very, I don't even know how to react. I don't know if it's funny or sad or both. May I have the drum roll, please? And the winner for Dummy of the Week, whoever's throwing these dildos at the WNBA game. Like, I wasn't going to talk about this. I wasn't. But it is kind of funny. And the reason being is because, first off, there's a lot of thought that goes into this. Either somebody went to a sex shop, or they ordered it and had to wait for that package to come. Then the next step is that they had to buy those tickets. And then they had to find a way to pass that through the metal detector. So they probably hoped that they wouldn't get patted down. Could you imagine if somebody's patting you down and they feel something that got ridges on it? What is this? Got ridges? You got a phone in here or something? No answer. Take out your pockets, and lo and behold, you pull out this dildo that has ridges on it. It's very aggressive. And it's like, where were you bringing this, bruh? Like, what was the purpose of you having this? Mm-hmm. So again, it takes a lot of work to do that and to chuck that onto a court. It's just disrespectful. It really is.
Yeah, I did see something too, like where they're all like the same color, like all green.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like the same individual just going terrorizing.
It very well could be.
The stadiums, because I don't think they like pointed out anybody and like this is a person. Like I didn't see any of that. I don't know. I could be wrong. Where they like caught somebody in the moment.
Right.
Checking it over.
Lime green dildos.
Yeah. Shit crazy.
I
wonder if it's just like a man or someone who potentially would be a man and is like stuffing it in their pants.
Yeah, I don't.
Like pretending.
Could you, right?
It's like, it's just like a part of them. Because like I can't find like any way where that is allowed in.
No.
Or like pass by like, oh, okay, like I guess you can bring this in.
And now I honestly believe, in my heart of hearts, Silent Assassin, that they're going to have to tell people now, like, you know how they have this is what you cannot bring to the arena? No food and beverage. No outside, whatever it is. Blah, blah, blah. And then all the way at the bottom, no dildos. We don't want these at the games anymore.
It's just like crazy. Like who? Like I'm gonna do this and just terrorize the WNBA.
Yo, it's sad, man, because like listen, it's one thing if I agree or disagree with them trying to get more money at this time, but it's another thing where it's like these are women, and that's not a good look. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know what message you're trying to send. I'm sure you're trying to be funny, but at the end of the day, it's just disrespectful, right? Like, to have them have to deal with this, like, now this is getting to the point where it's hazing now. Mm. You know what I mean? Now they have to worry about a dildo just flying through the air and hitting them in the face. Like, what? It's degrading. It really is degrading. It's sad that, women do have to go through this level of bullshit. You know what I mean? It's enough. It's uncalled for. But if you're gonna look at it from a comedic standpoint, boy, comedy writes itself. It really does. Like, to throw a lime green dildo on a basketball court is wild. Mm-hmm. It's wild. And I think the last time it happened, like they didn't even pick it up. They just kicked it off the court.
Yeah. It's like crazy, like even like I said, hit somebody in the face, like unsanitary potentially.
Could you
like
imagine?
that's like all, you know what I mean?
A used dildo hits somebody in the face. Man.
Like a biohazard.
Facts. Facts. Especially because there's a lot of people that are just, they're not fresh down there. Can you imagine if it was just used? Like, what is that smell? Like, you ever got knocked out and you had to get like smelling salt? That shit is strong, man. You ever smell clothes, moldy clothes?
No, fortunately no.
Okay, so I'll tell you a story. It's in high school, and I washed a shirt. But I was so eager to wear this shirt that I didn't let it dry all the way. Go ahead and put this shirt in the bag, put it in my locker, and forget about the shirt. Days later, there is a ripe smell coming out of my locker. And I'm like, what is that? Is there a dead mouse in there? What's happening? In that bag that I put that shirt in, open it, and the smell that hit me knocked me back to the point where I was like, all right, this has to get burned. That's the type of smells that certain people have, is that it's so bad that it makes your knees buckle because of the shock that particular type of odor can pass through anybody's system. It's nuts. So I hope that those dildos weren't used. And if they were, they need to find the person who threw those, used those, and arrest them. Arrest them. That's it. That is my dummy of the week.
Dummy, yeah.
I do have a PSA, and it's going to be a short one. The WWE has ruined my life again. So I go ahead and spend all this money for SummerSlam, and I love doing it because it's my nephew. I love him. But so I spend money on Netflix to watch Raw because Raw is on Netflix. I pay for the Peacock service because you want to watch the PLEs and all the other original content that they have. So that's another $10, right? So we're already up to $600. We're talking about SummerSlam tickets. We're talking about your monthly subscription of Netflix, Peacock. Now they're with ESPN. So that means that all their PLEs, their pay-per-views are going to be streamed through ESPN, which means that now I got to go get another subscription, $30 to be able to watch the PLEs. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You're not going to get me for another $30. You are pricing your fans out of the product, the fans that built this company, the fans that make this place grow. You want to go ahead and go have PLEs and events in Dubai. Don't nobody give a shit about that. Stop pricing out the people that have families. The man that has 3 kids, they all watch wrestling, and he can't afford to take his kids to the show because you have literally priced that person out of it. It's not right. You know what I'm going to do? You're going to be able to put it up there if you want to. I'm going to pirate the hell out of that shit. I am. I don't care. Right? This is what you're going to force people to do. Instead of them going through the right channels, they're going to bootleg the hell out of it. So if you don't want that to happen, lower your prices. And this is what happens when you go ahead and go into bed with ESPN. We got to pay ESPN prices. Don't nobody want that. Nobody wants that. That's all I'm saying. I'm the person that goes to a baby shower and gives you $20 on the card. Right? I want to save money. I'm not trying to blow money on this stuff, especially on the damn wrestling. But I'm upset because they went ahead and did this. They don't care about us. They got all of the they got WrestleMania again in Vegas for the second year in a row, and it's all money based. Has nothing to do with the fans wanting it in Vegas for a second year. No. It's the fact that Vegas gave them the most money, so they just went back there. You're just pricing your people out. I don't want to go to Vegas. Because if I go to Vegas, I ain't going back. I'm not coming back. There's too much stuff out there. So you want me to go to Vegas, have to spend that money, and then have to tell my wife about my escapades in Vegas? No. It's not happening. So again, stop pricing your fans out of the product. People love their wrestling. Kids love their wrestling. Do not have that man that has the 3 kids have to sacrifice and not have to take his kids and have his kids upset because he can't take them wrestling. Because don't nobody want to be up top flagging in the damn planes. We don't want that. We don't want that. I want everybody to have the experience that I had, right? I'm an elitist. on the floor, nice seats, had crazy people behind me. You had this nice jumbotron in front of you. You saw Rhea Ripley and all her beauty coming at you, right? All that stuff. That's what I liked. I'm not up there in the 600s. We don't want that for the families. We don't want that for the guy with 3 kids. We don't want that for nobody. We want those kids to be on the floor and have a great experience, just like I did. All right? So we don't want to pay an additional $30. No. We're going to revolt. I'll tell you right now. That's all for the show. Pretty good. I enjoyed it. My rant is legendary. I'm curious to see what people say about it, but I'm upset. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did last year, Silent Assassin. I'm not gonna watch. See what happens. So you're gonna have to fill me in now. Your yearly.
Give the updates.
You have to give me updates now because I refuse to watch.
I don't even know if I want to watch. I was about to go to the game on Tuesday, and I'm like, you know what? I don't got a good feeling.
Yeah,
I'm gonna save my money, and they didn't win. So
they don't deserve your $6 right now. Okay?
Yep.
Don't deserve it. Okay, you save your $6 for something else. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. Till next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.